morning to everybody. I hope my accent will wake you up. By the way, I was born in Argentina. From then I migrated to Australia. So English is my second language. So I apologize to you for what I do to your language. But I will try my best. The situation in Australia, and I don't know if you are aware, at this very moment, there is an inquiry about abuse of children by not only the Catholic Church, the Church of England, the Salvation Army, the rabbi, the Muslim, you name it. What happened? Those people that have been abused, they want compensation. Who you are going to sue? You cannot sue the Vatican. You are not going to go to and sue the big ones. You cannot even sue the church that is around the corner. Who you are going to sue? Do you know what they do? Probably you know here, being in Ireland. They move the things. For example, this church is autonomous. So you cannot sue that church because the one that abused you by now is in another church or in another place. You have to be in a kind of maze and investigations. You ended up with the brothers that abused the children in the 40s. They are not there anymore. So who you are going to sue? Where is the compensation coming from? Can you follow me? Yeah. It's very clever how they do it. You say, all right, we are going to follow the money trail. We're going to see. They have the money. We know they are rich. So we're going to look for the money. I wish you good luck. You are entering a maze. You are entering a labyrinth because there is no way out. What they do, for example, they produce cornflakes, cereal for the morning. That is tax-free. Why? Because it's done by the church. They go and buy blocks of apartments. That is tax-free. They don't pay land tax either, no rates. Why? Because it's from the church. And you go and say, all right, let's go to the church. We are a charity. So what do? We advance religion. So the advancement of religion is considered a charity. And because it's classified as a charity, they don't pay tax, they don't pay land tax, they don't tell you absolutely nothing. Still, these people want compensation. And we are talking about millions of dollars. So who is going to pay? Are the people of Australia going to pay? Is our government going to pay? Who is going to pay for those compensations? And that is the situation that we are this very moment in Australia. What they did in order to keep these people quiet, mind you, it started like 2 or 3 of them, 5 or 20, now there are thousands. Because many the children come from England. Do you remember, probably some of you will remember, but England, when was the time of the war, they took children, even from Ireland, England, they put it in a ship, and they send it to Australia. Did you know that? You know that. Did you know what happened to those children? You don't know. Well, I tell you, it's a horrible story. They ended up in orphanage, in places. The brothers look after them, and they abuse them. They abuse them horribly. It took years for these children to come and say, yes, I was abused. They told them that the parents didn't want them. They told them that the parents here in England and in Ireland, they died. The children were on their own. And they were horrible, horrible abused. These stories that now they are men. We are talking now, men in their 50s and 60s. They are telling like it was yesterday, the abuse that they've been through with the brothers and in the hands of the clergy. And even the nuns. Who is going to pay for all that? And that is the situation that is at the moment in Australia. And that is the financial part. We want them to pay rent. There are churches in every corner. Sometimes in the same blocks, there are 2 or 3 different churches. They don't pay rent. They don't pay land tax. They don't pay nothing at all. And that is the part of the financial part. I want to also to talk about the men. Can I talk about the men? How can I be in a women's conference? How can we not to talk about the men? I mean, we have to talk about the men. I've been a feminist all my just a few years. All my life, I'm a feminist. I come to the same conclusion. At the end, we have to fight the church because so much comes from religion. But the reality is that if the men did support us when we were doing the fight, we wouldn't be in this situation. The men didn't help us. It was very, I don't mean everybody, I mean, it was very successful, the campaign saying that we feminists, we hate men, was very successful. Once they put us like we hate men. I have 2 sons. Imagine, I hate my 2 sons just because they were males and my husband. But it was very successful. Unfortunately, for too many men thought, yes, we feminists, we hate men. How ridiculous. All right. Now, I come to the atheist movement, the atheist group. I thought, well, these are different men. They're talking about science, they are talking about equality, the talk is a beauty. The talk is a beauty. And then I start to look at them. I start to listen at them. I start to see things. The men, I don't mean everybody, actually are ignorant of the women's issues. I come to the conclusion give that to them. I come to the conclusion they don't do it. They don't do it for malice. Well, what happened is they know that it's their privilege to dominate our agenda. They love it. They love it. So if we say, all right, we are going to go to secularism, what? The men are going to say, all right, in the name of secularism, sisters, we are going to lose all those privileges. Are they going to do that? Are they going to lose the privilege of being more important than us? To have the power to dominate us? Are the secular men going to do that, P.C. Meyer? Are they going to do it? So, there is another thing too that is happening. I said to myself, all right, I put up with this. I go to their meetings. I go with the t-shirt. There are no women. The majority are men. There are one woman, 2 women, 3. Some of them come one day, they don't come back. I don't see them again. What happened? So, my message is, women, get in. Don't leave the secularism movement to the end. Don't do it. We feminists, we fought. Now, maybe, if we get in, we discuss it with them, we talk about it, we say, look, we know you have the privilege, you are more important than us, you can do things. Could be that a little bit we can put our agenda in the secular agenda. Because, certainly I agree, secularism is the answer. We have to go that way. We have to go to secularism. But, sisters, don't leave it to the men.